Hey, what's good everybody? It's cjbeatz. We're back at it again today. Today I'm going to show you guys how you can make a NAV type beat in Logic Pro X. And I already picked out like some of the main sounds that I'm going to be using. As you can see here, I have a synth pad, an 808, a kick, a clap, some snares, an open hat, and I'll be working on the hi-hats and stuff like that too. So anyway, I already came up with a main melody, as you can see here. I'm going to let you listen to that now. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of those low-end frequencies out of that, because I'm going to occupy it with, you know, maybe a different deeper synth and an 808. So I don't want those frequencies to clash. Because it's you know, NAV likes using like analog sounding stuff that sounds like it's, you know, comes from the 80s, if that makes any sense. Alright, so to keep working on this, I'm going to go ahead and right click on this and then say bounce in place. And I'm using strictly Logic sounds for this, so when you download the project file, I'll put the link in the description. You know, you guys basically have all of this stuff. You can mess around with it, make your own beat out of it, do whatever you'd like. Alright, so let's take a look here. So I just bounced that into place, and it became a wave file now. Alright, it's no longer a MIDI region. It sounds the same. But what we can do now is we could chop this up like so. I'm going to chop it up using my backslash button on the keyboard. And you could set your own hotkeys in Logic Pro X so that you know, you have certain keys to your disposal to make your life easier, like chopping wave samples like this just by the, you know, press of one key on your keyboard. Alright, so I chopped this entire thing up now. These all became individual sounds. And we can manipulate these sounds now to come up with something new. So what NAV likes doing too is like reversing a lot of stuff in his beats. And you could do that by selecting an area like this, or you could select an entire area. Let me first show you these key commands, right? So go to key command and then edit. Alright, for that first thing that I was showing you how to chop, I use the split regions events at playhead position. I use that with the backslash button. All you got to do is click on it, say learn by key position, and then hit that key on the keyboard, and it will become you know, whatever you chose it to be. Alright, so for the reverse effect, if you just type in reverse, you have this right here. It's reverse on and off. Alright, it's under the category main window tracks and various editors. Alright, so anytime you want to reverse something, you can use this key command. I chose it to be Command Shift R, and that will reverse the wave sample that you have selected. Now you could select all of them like this, and once you've got your key command set, you hit Command Shift R. I'm sorry, it's not Command, it's Control Shift R. And these should all be reversed now. I'm going to undo that so you can hear the difference. Alright, and let's go back to Control Shift R, and we have these all reversed now. Let's select them all again, Control Shift R, like that. Alright, Now, what I like to do too with this is I'm going to set this to the fade tool so that there's a better transition between these samples. I'm just going to hit the command button on the keyboard and then draw a little box like that at each end and beginning of the new sample. This will make the samples fade into each other like that. It doesn't have to be exact, you know, like variation is key too, so if it doesn't sound the same, that's a good thing. Alright, so got these all now nicely faded in like that. Let's play that back. You know, it gets rid of that that clicking noise too. That's what happens when you chop up samples. All right, so now we made something different out of that. I'm gonna go ahead and bounce this into place one more time. Now this is I'm gonna be using a. Let me drop this over here. I'm gonna be using a an effect that you might not have. So it's called the multi-band rhythmizer. So if you drop that on there, you could do this little 50% speed trick that a lot of producers like to use. And so I just bounced this wave into place, right? It became the same thing, but now that I have that multi-band rhythmizer on it, I slowed it down. So what you could do is like layer them, have the MIDI on top of this one. I'm gonna hit Command C and then Command V to paste it over. Alright, so I'm going to bounce this into place now too. So if you don't have the multi-band rhythmizer, I'm going to mute it. Bounce with rhythmizer. Okay, so the M rhythmizer is like Gross Beat in FL Studio. Could do the same things. All right, let's see what else we could do now. I'm gonna let this play really quick and see if this flows nicely. Let's get into maybe building a snare pattern for the hook here. Need that metronome. Alright, so I'm going to quantize these. Control A and then Q to quantize. Alright, very simple. We'll have that duplicate once. Or loop. I'm going to import a hi-hat sound now. drawing a pattern. I'm gonna select my pencil tool, double click to enable the piano roll. Alright, so C1 was too low, C3 is good. Do 1/8, and then we'll use the brush tool. Note is kind of weird. Try some triplets maybe. We can have them drop right before they hit like that, and then maybe go into like a 132. Maybe back into like a 16th triplet. And now maybe an 1/8. Now let's do 1/16th. Too fast. Let's go slow, maybe 1/4 note. Don't need that first note. That's kind of dope. So as it drops into the verse, I'm going to start adding some kicks now. So I'm going to loop off what I already created. Maybe we could have a clap going too. So I'll create the clap first. Control A, Q to quantize. Alright, it's kind of low, right? I want to bring all those volumes up. Bring this volume up. Wondering where that came from. Gotta delete that. Alright, let's find an 808 now. On the kick drum first, and then I'm going to use that kick drum pattern for the 808 too. It's a kick I chose. Nice thumpy kick. Alright, very simple. Control A, Q to quantize. Alright, this was on 1/4 note triplet, so we gotta have it on 1/8 note. Bring all those volumes up, bring the main volume down a bit. we can have an open hat for that too. Like that. Alright, so let's use that 808 or that kick pattern for the 808. Just copy and paste it over. Gotta find the key. I think I found it was it's not tuned, right? So I don't have time for that right now. So I'm just gonna do my best to try to find the extend a bit. Alright, so I'm going to do another thing now. I'm going to use a gated pad or a gated ARP to affect to manipulate this here, and you might not have this effect either, so I'll just bounce it so you have it the way it sounds with the effect. It's called Romero Kickstart, and it's just a whole bunch of side chains. I'll put the link in the description for all the plugins I used in here so that you guys can cop them if you want. Alright, let's listen to that section, that reverse section with the Romero Kickstart sidechain effect. Alright, nice. So I'm going to have the clap continue into that, the snares, hi-hats, and the open hats too. Left the kick out and the 808 out. Alright, we can go ahead and build in that same pause. By dragging these back like so. Alright, nice. Now let's go ahead and figure out what we can do for a bass on that part. I think I'm gonna just bring in another software instrument, bring in Alchemy, look for a lead. This is the 80s sync lead. I've used this in the other ones too, and I like to take out the highs and the lows, a little bit of that low end, highs and the mids rather, and that low end. Alright, let's see what I can come up with here. Turn the metronome on. Something like that. Real quick, you know what I mean? Quantize just that lower half. Alright, cool. And I think what we could do next here is just have that hook come in again. I'm going to copy that, bring it to that bar, copy it again, and let's bring in that pause right here. Let's do a whole bar. Like that. All right. I'm going to loop this off now so we can have a listen. Take these out and copy over that 808 and the sync lead like so. Let's try to come up with another like bell or something like that on top of this for the hook. So I'm going to bring in Alchemy again, go to mallets, bell, got a favorite bell here that I use a lot. Alright, so what I'm going to do is copy this section right here, paste it onto this, and then I have my pencil tool selected, so I'm going to put in some harmonies here. Loop this off. this one down like this. That shouldn't have been looped. From there, it needs to be looped from here, like that. All right. Same with this one. Let's get rid of this one a sec. Clap in over here. Bring the open hi-hat over here. Big pause, like so. At this point, we want to bring in everything like this, copy it, just paste it on here. 49. Copy and paste. All right. So now, what I wanted to show you was another little neat trick that NAV uses in his beats, and that's by like changing the pitch of certain areas for the outro, and then also slowing things down. So I just basically selected these, right-clicked and bounced in place. That's that main melody and the hook melody together. All right, and just gonna bring it over here so I can work on it. Now for here, I'll just go ahead and bring in the pitch shifter, like so. You could find it if you go here, pitch and pitch shifter and stereo. It's just in my recent ones because I used it before. All right, bring it down like 14 semitones to negative 7 semitones, and the mix all the way to 100. It sounds like this. All right, and now bring this back to your fade tool, hit command on the keyboard, and then fade like almost half of it. Right click and go slow down, hit command, and then drag and arch like that. Alright, it's a nice little outro. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video and learned something new. If you have any questions, you know what to do. Put it in the comments section. Don't forget to like, subscribe. My name is CJ Beatz. I'm out for now. Peace.